Bullying and mental illness, just two of the topics slated for Governor Abbott's roundtable discussions about school shootings. The first of those three meetings just about to start. Our Janelle Fort takes a look at who is attending and what's being discussed.
Although that roundtable is happening more than 160 miles from here, Governor Greg Abbott is hoping that it's the first steps to preventing tragedies like the one we saw here on Friday from happening again. Now, throughout the week, there will be a number of different voices at these roundtables, including parents, teachers, students, legislators, and interest groups that advocate for and against further gun regulations. Abbott says he's hoping to draw from this diverse pool of opinions about everything from allowing the arming of teachers to mental health to solving bullying. Now, on the agenda for today is a talk with administrators and school officials from across the state, focusing on the best practices for protecting students. We have a full list of everyone attending on khou.com. They include Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, Director of the Texas Department of Public Safety, Steve McGraw, as well as a handful of district superintendents and others. Additional roundtables are scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday, also at the Texas State Capitol. Details on those discussions will be released later today, but I am told that victims, educators, and family members from here in Santa Fe, Sutherland Springs, Alpine, and Italy, Texas are also being invited to participate in a roundtable discussion later this week. Now, we're only allowed to be in the roundtable at the beginning and at the end, but our reporter Adam Bennett is in Austin, and he will have full reports on our later newscasts. Here in Santa Fe, Janelle Fort, KHOU 11 News.